she's Jalaja Verma. I asked her to apply for a faculty training program. We will see how many students will come. 5 students came. All the 5 were trained. And I sent them to Calicut Medical College. Because, I'm more familiar with the Calicut person. I worked 21 years in that medical college. So even the principal was my student at that time. Everybody is my students. So I sent these children there. 3 of them were posted in Cardiology department, Cardiology ICU. The other 2 were posted in dialysis room. So I gave the same process which I did in Amritha, I made them do there and to measure the same thing. So I wanted to make that into a Metascience. At the same time, I am giving training to 5 fresh hands. So they were given also a social view of their health. Instead of thinking in high terms, think about the social atmosphere of India, how we can help people. In that social sense also, they were given a training. And one of my students, Dr. Mehroof Raj, he is a trained Hindustani musician and a cardiologist. He also helped them there. So we did a very good program and 5 children came out. And this...
Can you tell me a little bit what the program is about? What do you teach in the program?
Huh?
The program of music therapy, what is the program about? What do you teach there?
What we teach them? We teach them how to do the thing first. We actually ask, first we teach them how to behave with the patient. How to behave when a patient comes, how to behave. Then second thing we tell them is how to think that these are all our family, our own people. Then you start slowly entering into their problems. Now, about the medical problems, they need not ask because there will be a medical doctor there. So, as a musician, what they have to do is to take an MLP. That is the musical life panorama of the patient. Musical life panorama of the patient we take with small pieces of music we give and we understand with which type of music or with which small piece of music. That need not be the entire one, maybe a small piece. What type of emotions the patient convey, what emotions they show, how they react to the music, how they express their views. All these things are included in the first session itself. You can either choose. We usually give first. I don't know how to. For example, suppose I want to know whether because if the patient may not be knowing the raga name, this and all, but I want to get which raga they prefer. So what I do is that I made a note for them. I gave the list of ragas. And suppose I want to know whether the patient responds to a raga. There is a raga called Mohana raga. I will just give 1 or 2 film musics. Sangeetame jeevitam mathura sangeetame jeevitam. That piece they might have heard because it is a film music. Everybody knows the film. So if they like it, yes. If they don't like it, they will sit like this itself. I don't like. So in that way, I just jot down which raga they like, which they don't like. So actually the choosing of the music is even that I make them do. Because it is a totally client-oriented process. The therapist is not in the center. We are in the periphery. It is the client who decides which piece of music is good for them. But there is one point where the therapist has to act. Because suppose, this is just an example. Suppose a patient says that I love alcohol. The doctor doesn't give alcohol to him. We have to give the proper medicine, is it not? So just like that, sometimes if the patient's liking is in a not very good way, then we can, the same raga but in a very different piece we can give. In that way you can introduce slowly a better flavor, you can activate the chakras. And when you give this, you can actually, when they select, the time of the session can be normally reduced. You don't have to go for the reduction, the number of sessions, the period of the session, the piece of music selected all become shortened when they select. When we select, we go on